Now we are.
It's day one of our trip back to Los Angeles. We're, what is it? It's January 29th, 2010. We're coming up on St. George. We've been on the road about 4 hours.
I was driving first and almost took us off the road.
So this way. Now the real man's driving.
Yeah, my ass.
So we're just been cruising. What's nice, we were in snow all the time, and all of a sudden snow just stopped. Desert. Welcome to St. George.
That's it, but the mountains behind me are covered.
With what?
Snow.
They are?
Behind me.
Oh, that's possible. So we're on our way to Los Angeles. Haven't been there. Well, we were there in 2008, but we didn't really do much, so we had to get in and get out.
That's what we're doing this weekend, too.
Well, we have to go to Temecula. We have to help Sherry move. But Sunday is staying in Torrance Day. A little sightseeing, stuff that I remember, places we used to go, that kind of thing.
True.
That'll be fun for me. Relive the past.
It'll be fun.
And then we're out of here. Back.
Yeah. So here we are, looking at the desert.
And there's a lot of desert to look at.
Yuck. And we're bouncing all over the place, so.
That's the joy of the highway. All right, just for fun, the Goodyear blimp is still parked in this field where it's been parking since the late 60s. So I just thought that was funny. The Goodyear blimp, still there.
There you go.
And now, just for fun, we are coming to the San Pedro off-ramp. This is very, very familiar to me. Ascot Park, if we can get a shot of it, and I don't know if we can. So close to where Ascot Park was. There's the Harbor Freeway. This is the 405 and the 91's right there, and the commercial used to be where the 405, 11, and 91 freeways collide. But we're going to be down in this hole. We're not going to be able to see it. So we may have to drive by it. Because your dad and my dad and all of us spent lots of time there. That's Tire Co. now. Used to be Nissan, and before Nissan it was Datsun. And of course Datsun changed to Nissan. We are now on the Harbor Freeway, which I drove to and from work every single day. And it always moved just about this bad.
It is January 31st, and we're on the corner of Anza and Sepulveda. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where we are. And the reason we're here is because this is the parking lot where the Chateau liquor store was. When we were kids, we'd come here to buy candy, but we also shot 1975's fantastic Undercover Cops right around this area. Now, we robbed Joey Altobelli's Delicatessen, which used to be right there, but is now Snacks Super Burger. Okay, but that's where the robbery of Joey Altobelli's Delicatessen took place. One other thing of note in this parking lot was at one time, right about where the chiropractic place is right there, was a little camera store, and that's where I bought my first ever movie film, and there was an old gray-haired guy in there that taught me how to make it work and how to thread the film and everything else. So this is the strip mall at the corner of Anza and Sepulveda. Little movie camera place right there, and Joey Altobelli's was right there, and Chateau Liquor Store, surprisingly, is still here. Alright, so that's thing number one to see. Well, the sun's in the worst possible spot.
Yeah, well, just do what you best you can.
Alan and I actually climbed straight up the face of this once, from about there all the way to the top, and then we got to the top, we climbed straight down again. But this is where, oh here, take over for me.
Is it on? It's on.
Yeah.
What? Talk.
This is where we shot Attack of the Werewolf #1, The Undercover Cops, Planet of Evil, and it used to be, this dropped way down. This was a big, we had a motorcycle track down in here. We used to ride our motorcycles in. There was trails, and it was a big hole, huge, and we went all the way back where that bulldozer is back there, all the way, this is a big hill up here, and we made movies down in here, and they're,
well, I'm assuming a lot of the water that's down in there is from the rain that they had last week.
They're filling this all in. Apparently they're going to build houses or something in here. But this used to be, there was a big trail that went way down in Attack of the Werewolf and War of the Monsters we shot down in here. There was that big path coming down that Alan was as the Wolfman, but it's all gone. It's all been just flattened off. Sherry's throwing rocks into the mud.
Woo!
See if I can freak her out.
can't believe that they flattened this. This was huge. This was a very deep hole here.
But how can you get in here in the sense of this was like an open area right through here?
There was a path, and it started right. The path started right where we are, right here, and it went down, and it went way down over there.
Yeah, so you could.
And then it came out this way.
You could see all the stuff that they're dumping in here.
Well, they've been just dumping.
Backfilling.
They must have been working on this for years. This was a huge hole.
Yeah.
It's weird to see it like this.
But you can see this is all chipped up or busted up concrete, grounded down.
Well, they dug into the side of the. If you look at the cliff in the Attack of the Werewolf and Planet of Evil, there was these guys that dug this cut about a third of the way up, and that's where we fought up there on the side of the cliff. But them digging along the side here to flatten it off, that's all come down. It's not there anymore. You can see where there's been slides coming down, and all that's disappeared. There was some foundations over here and all sorts of stuff where we shot those movies, and this has been completely destroyed.
Well, honey, it's destroyed, but when we come down here, probably in another year or so,
There'll be homes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I haven't seen this in 30 years. I haven't even been up here. Even when I lived in this area after about 1980, I never came by here again.
Okay, blow it a big kiss, because that's it.
And I just wanted to see it.
Blow a kiss.
I'm not going to blow it a kiss. I just wanted to see it. This is where we made some movies. It's gone forever.
Yeah, that's it. Randy used to have issues with, so.
Used to?
How you feel, babe?
You know, I thought coming here would be a little cathartic. You know, face down your demons and all that kind of stuff. No. This is my little slice of personal hell right here.
The church is not so bad. It's just the issue of this particular ward.
Let's just get out of here.
Good idea. First and last time. Bye. We are now standing on the property of West High School, where dear old Randy has returned after a 30-plus year hiatus. Hey, handsome.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, confused me. So,
How does it feel being back?
odd.
Different?
I have not stepped foot on this property once since I graduated in 1976.
Oh, come on. You wanted to relive all those good high school memories?
No.
Aww.
So we're in town, you know, for a couple days, and I thought we should stop by here because I haven't seen it in 30-something years. It's kind of looking run down, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little beat up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the library right here. If I remember right, that's building 4, and that's, I don't know.
How old's the school?
I think they built it in the early 60s. Late 50s, early 60s?
So,
early 60s, I think.
So it's had its fair share.
High school wasn't my thing.
Nah, it had its issues.
It's a popularity contest, and I didn't care. And they didn't teach me what I wanted to learn anyway, so... Yeah, this just isn't my thing. Let's get out of here.
You got it. There it is.
Okay, you can stop now.
Nah, it's okay. I'm getting it all.
It's just trees.
The parking lot. And the streakers were way down there on the other side.
We should go by there. That's kind of funny. 1975, Pete Eliopoulos. And why I remember his name, I don't know, because I didn't know him. But I remember he was one of the streakers. All right,
wasn't it during a performance of some sort?
No, it was just in the afternoon, one day.
Ooh, weather like this?
The problem is, it was so overly publicized that everybody knew it was coming, including the police. So they went past Building 3, out through the fence, and the cops were just sitting there waiting for them.
That's funny.
I was on the upper floor of Building 5, right against the open courtyard. I watched the whole thing.
What's the dates over there for?
It says 84, 94, 1999, and 2005. I have no idea.
What does the symbol say? Can you tell?
Nah, who knows?
Huh.
It's something that happened long after I was gone.
No fooling. All right, babe, let's hit it.
Yeah, let's. So, here's a shot of the West High sign. Apparently there's going to be a dismissal at 12:25.
Ooh.
I wonder who's getting dismissed. That just seems rude.
Okay.
Let's get a shot of whatever this is over here, some buildings. And now we're coming to the football stadium. And there you go.
That's the Warrior.
It's quite a bit. It's
still the same.
It's kind of the same, just some different stuff.
It's a nice campus though. It's nice and big.
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty beat up, quite frankly. Kind of run down. There's tennis courts. Okay, West High.
Sherry's high school had a swimming pool.
Ooh. And we are down at the Redondo Horseshoe Pier, as we used to call it. Now all of that is all new, because that's what burned down in the 80s. When we made From the Ocean Floor in 1977, the ending, the final part of it is right in here, and then we fought in the ocean right there. Really hasn't changed that much. Well, the pier has, but the smells are exactly the same, because the ocean doesn't change the way it, never mind. So this is, and then if you look, the rocks back out there is where Alan and Nielsen and I used to go, and my brother and Mike Raspy others used to go skin diving all the time. In fact, let's see if we can zoom that up. Yeah, those rocks back in there. The beach where we used to go dive. Wow, that's all been destroyed, however. Hey buddy, sorry. There's Palos Verdes. And out there is the break wall at Sapphire. It's kind of hazy today. And that would be the harbor entrance. And where we used to do all of our diving was on the other side, the break wall. And they've piled up a lot more rocks on it since we were there. But Alan and I used to jump, well, and everybody else used to jump in the water from right about in that area right there. And then we'd swim all the way out to here, where it's, I don't know, it's about 60 feet deep right there. We would skin dive for days, years, all along that rock area. So here we are on the new part of the pier, which is completely useless unless you like a lot of concrete.
How cool is it to be down here in winter time and there's snow in California? Or
No.
I mean in Utah.
Yeah, there's no snow in California. At least there's none around here that I can see. But
We're here where it's nice and warm. It's a little brisk.
it's a little chilly.
But it's nice down here. I could get used to this very easily. Oh gosh, look at that handsome guy there.
Where? What are you talking about?
You're such a knucklehead.
Wow. I'm trying to think, the last time I was here was probably what, 96, 97, something like that? 97, I think.
Yeah, when was your daddy died?
Oh, I didn't come here in 99. We came down here for my dad's funeral, but I didn't come down here.
Ah.
So once, here's a good story. My friend had a 25-foot Boston Whaler, and we were out hydro sledding, which is a knee board that you strap yourself to the board and you pull behind like your water ski, but with a knee board. And we're coming back to the harbor, and they're like, "Randy, we're gonna go faster." And I'm thinking, okay, but they kept going faster and faster, and I'm hanging on, and I finally had this huge crash right out here. And I bounced and tumbled in, and I finally came to a rest, and I'm just lying there going, "Ow, ow," and I could hear all the people fishing on the pier. I could hear this voice going, "Ooh."
Was that ooh for painful or ooh what a
Yeah,
dumbass?
it was a pretty good crash because they were talking about, man, everyone was going, ooh, I guess you crashed pretty hard. Yeah, I did.
You left them
It's
amazed.
really hazy today.
It's still beautiful though.
Still got to get over to Knob Hill to our home beach. Well,
surfing home beach was that way in Hermosa Beach, but body surfing was down there. Then we got to go to Palos Verdes. I'll take a look at that old church where we shot that monster movie.
Well, let's go eat so we can do it.
Okay, so we're on the pier now.
Don't get too close. Please.
Looking down on the water. Not much in the way of waves today.
No, it's gonna come right now.
But we used to come across from the rocks and we'd swim underneath the pier, and we'd swim. Of course, these pilings are the new ones, but we'd swim underneath the old ones. There's a. See you later, dude. All right. Anyway, we'd swim underneath the pier and swim along the pilings and all that stuff. We thought that was really cool. And there's the old part of the pier over there. So are we going to El Torito's then?
El Torito's. It's over there.
I haven't eaten in El Torito's in a long time.
There.
Well, here we are at Palos Verdes at the neighborhood church. In 1976, well, August 1976, we shot War of the Monsters up here. And if you've seen that movie, then you recognize the cave. The cave was the entrance to Dracula's castle. And there it is. Haven't seen that in a long, long time. So there's Dracula's, the entrance to Dracula's cave. Now during the chase scene, Dracula is running up this pathway, and he hides in this alcove, and Frankenstein and the Wolfman run on by. So that's where that was. And then way down here is the dock, or whatever it was that we were running along, and that's down there. So, and that goes back over that way. And just for fun, we have a, hey, there's a guy surfing. I lost him. There he is. Oh, and he eats it. There go some more surfers. I actually have been up here surfing a few times. And there are quite a few surfers out here today.
They look like seals.
And just for fun, there is Redondo Beach. And the pier where we were a little while ago, let's see if I can zoom in up on it. There's the Hyperion plant. There's the pier.
Is that the pier? Where?
Oh, hey. At the end of War of the Monsters, this is where Dracula and Frankenstein fight it out, and then he throws Dracula over the railing. But this was all sand before. That's why they were fighting on the sand. Now it's all concrete. But this is where the climactic battle, Dracula versus Frankenstein, right here. Pretty amazing, huh?
Pretty cool.
Really?
This is also where Neil and Mary got married. I wonder why. It's gorgeous up here.
Nah, I think they were looking for someplace really ugly to get married, and so they came
Oh,
here.
no.
Hey, look, there's some people that you know.
Oh, there's Will and Cherry coming. Yippee!
They were coming, now they're hiding behind bushes.
Bye.
Anyway, now, oh, one more thing. Come back over this way. I'll show you
Okay.
this. Let me come around over here.
Where's where you going?
Remember
I don't want to go too fast because I'll...
before the climactic battle when Dracula and Frankenstein come running up the rounded stairway?
Yes.
Yeah, it's right here.
Cool. If I don't trip, I'll zoom over there.
And the tide is really low. We'll go down there and look. The tide is really low.
That's okay. See, those are the stairs. And there's a Wawa. Sea Cliff Memorial. Cool.
I actually don't remember ever seeing the water this low out here. And I've surfed up here lots of times. It is really low. I don't remember those pinnacles of rocks sticking up out of the water.
There it goes. Well, sort of. Hey, it's a motherboard! Yeah!
not. He's got it. I can't hold it very still. Oh, he crashed at the end. Here comes some surfing. Let me get tripoded.
Those are big waves. You still holding it?
They're small, but oh, he ate it.
See, I would drown.
Oh, you wouldn't drown.
You're gonna make people
This
sick.
is like you're actually on the staircase from our movie. It's like actually being on it, except completely different. And look, here's Andy on the staircase.
Yeah, it's a whale coming down.
You're reliving memories that you never had because you weren't here at the time.
Woohoo!
All right. Now let's see. I can't believe how far out the tide is.
Hello up there!
Okay.
Camera action.
Well, this is the Sea Cliff Memorial, and I can't remember what this is about. It's just people who have died, but I don't know what they died or why they... I mean, did they die at sea, or did they just live around here?
Yeah, it looks like it.
The newest guy, Arthur.
Ooh, no, Tony.
Oh, yeah, 2009.
Passed away 2009.
Sorry, Tony. But anyway, this is a memorial, but I don't know what it's for. Of course, I could come over here and read this plaque, and then I would know. Oh, here's another part of it. Here's a whole second part. This goes all the way back to 1975. So when we made our movie up here, there was only a plaque. These plaques right here were the only plaques that were here, because this goes to 75. The next one was 77. So all that was here when we made our movie was this.
Yeah.
All of this has been filled in since then. But anyway, if you've watched War of the Monsters, both Frankenstein and Werewolf run into there, and they turn around and they push each other out of the way, and they come running back this way. And then, if you're looking this way, Dracula came running up here, and he hid in this little alcove, and both Frankenstein and Werewolf ran by him. And then he took off and went that way. So, I have not been here in a long time. What?
Okay, are you done?
No, go ahead and explain it.
Okay, the reason why they have this memorial is the church allows you to scatter their ashes over this
Oh, this is
property.
people whose ashes have been scattered over the...
Yeah, that's why
Oh.
you see all the flowers and...
So all these
stuff.
people have dumped their remains over here.
Yeah,
Huh. That makes me want to go swimming. Come on, let's go swimming.
no.
All right.
Hey Sherry, all the deaths that are on... Wow, look how rusted everything is.
Now, this is all breaking off underneath here from this balustrade. Now here, back in the day, Neil and Jerry Mays carried Alan Nielsen's unconscious werewolf body up these stairs, and with a really bad zoom, not unlike this one, up to Dracula's castle's entrance right there. Oh yeah.
That's bad.
That was 34 years ago. And then later on, they had to jump over this fence to run down these stairs, and I shot that from right there on that little thing. I climbed over the fence and was standing there when I shot them running down these stairs. But now, really cool people have ripped a hole open. Are you coming?
No,
Why not?
I want to climb through that.
Now the truth is, I have never been on this side of that fence since we made that movie in August of 1976, where everybody ran down this stairway. Yeah, I'm reliving the past, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Ran down this stairway, chasing each other. Whoa. And so, that is the stairway. Hey there! No! I know, and now I'm actually standing on the dock, or whatever this is, for the first time since 1976. We're watching the ocean. Bam! Oh, right in those rocks. These posts are featured in the movie. So, very nice. I don't know, this hole was covered up, so I don't know what this, oh man, it's a stairway. Now check this out. Oh, I gotta go down here.
That's where our walkers went.
I've never seen this before. I didn't even know this was here. And then somebody's actually busted this open. So we're doing a little exploring right now. Oh, cool. This was all completely walled off before. So I just came through that hole that somebody ripped in that stairway, which this comes right through this dock thing. So here we are on the side of this, I guess it's a dock. I've never known what this is for or why it's here. But I've never been down here before. So we are looking at the rest of the dock area. Nice. It's kind of cool to be home. Alright, so now we'll go back up. This I never knew was here. Even though we shot here 34 years ago. Oh, good. Thankfully this guy signed his name and he made a cartoon penis. Thank you so much. Oh, look. I tried to get her to come down the stairs and now she's doing it. So anyway, here's the rest of the dock area. There's where the memorial thing is. Here's some kind of a drain. Anyway, so let's just go to the end. I don't know why it's so wet up here. It didn't rain at all today. Well, they've had to shore up the cliff. None of this was here when we shot our movie back in the day. And of course, our heroes climbed down here, or anti-heroes, and they ran off down to the beach. And then we realized we couldn't figure out what else to do, so we had them turn around and they came back. And they climbed back up here again, and they ran all over there. So cool. 33, 34 years later, this is how things look today. Check this out. It's a pterodactyl! We're being attacked by a pterodactyl! And it might just be a pelican. One more time, I'm just dazzled this is here. We were all around in this area and we had no idea this hidden staircase was down here. There's those things. And we made Jerry and Scott Jerry Mays and Scott Morley run up these stairs all the way up there. They had to go all the way up there and then jump over there and run away. Man, I was ruthless in those days. So we think we figured out what this might be, right guys?
Pier.
Yeah, pier.
A pier. So
it had a railing at one
because there was a railing, and if you look out there, there's some pilings that would have been for a pier that went off out of here and probably went out over the ocean.
Nice spotting picture.
Now I remember seeing those before, but we weren't sure what they were there for. But with the railing, there was clearly a railing. And there was over there was a stairway that went out so you could come out here. So we're guessing, right, that it was probably a pier. And this was the landing for the pier that went out there somewhere. Nice of us just to leave the crap lying there. Looks good. All right, we have one more thing to see and then we can call it a day.
All right, Boomer. Oh, look.
wipe out, or however that goes. All right, this is the place. Had things gone differently.
I'm glad they gone differently.
When I was 13, here, why don't you hold this?
Go that way. Here, I'll pan that way.
The plan had been to have my motorcycle right here when I was 13 years old, and I just had enough. I was going to just be facing that. I was just going to and just gun it. First gear, second gear, third gear, and the idea was to have been going at least 45 by the time I got to the cliff, because the idea were two things I wanted to do. I figured if you're going to go big. So number one was to clear the beach and hit the water. And number two, because I figured once you hit the air, the bike was going to do this, was to stay with the bike all the way to the water. That's how a 13-year-old thinks.
Yeah, but you probably would have lived, dork.
You don't know how far, this is like 400 feet.
Okay, we're heading that way. Thanks.
The only place in Palos Verdes where it does this. There's rich people homes everywhere else, and everywhere else, just right here. They've never built anything here.
I wonder if it's just because the land's not for sale.
Or it's not, or it's unstable, or maybe these people over here bought it so they have an unobstructed view. I don't know. To give you an idea, come here. To give you an idea of what's below here, you just look over there.
That's a long ways down.
I don't know, 300 feet, 400 feet. The idea was just to hit this wide open.
And just sail.
Fortunately, I found a movie camera in that little space of time when that was going to happen, and I got obsessed with it, and so I'm still here. But this was the spot.
And I'm grateful for that.
I forgot about this. I remember that pipe was just sticking this pipe for no reason. Now, in the 70s...
Man, my heart's beating like 80 miles.
I know, and back away. In the 70s, there's a path right here that actually goes down. And so when Alan Nielsen and I would ride our bicycles up here... Get away from the edge, please. Thank you. I'm not 13 anymore. When Alan Nielsen and I were in high school, we'd ride our bikes all the way up here from Torrance, and we'd hike our bikes down this path all the way to the ground. We wouldn't leave our bikes up here because we knew they'd get stolen.
So you hiked it down the hill?
All the way down this cliff. There's a trail that goes all the way down. There it is. And it goes around and down. It's steep and it's narrow. And we'd all the way to the beach. And that's how far down it is. And then we'd go diving for a couple hours, 3 hours after school until it was getting about this time. And then we'd hike our bikes all the way back up this freaking thing. Please don't get any closer to the edge.
But how did you get around that edge there? That's not even wide enough for a person.
We would do it. I don't know how we would do it. We just did it. And we'd go all the way down. It goes all the way to the bottom. It may have rained out. It didn't seem like it. Of course, we were young. It didn't seem that dangerous at the time.
That's like only that big right down there.
And we had a backpack full of dive gear. And we would take
you guys effing nuts?
Yeah, we were effing nuts. Well, the other cool thing is you can't see. Please get away from the edge. Thanks. We would hike around the bay here to the next bay, and that's where the Dominator ran aground. The Dominator was a freighter that ran ashore
over there.
in like '62. And by the 70s, when we were coming up here, it had broken in half. The bow was like sitting this way, and the stern was sitting up that way, and you could climb around on it. And so we'd be climbing around on it, freaking each other out. Zombies are out here, man. The zombies of the crew, they're going to get you. And the problem is, they ran aground. Everybody got off safely. But we didn't care. Zombies. Here's a fishing vessel. And I'm not holding this still at all. It's windy.
I want to know how the surfers get down there.
Hello, honey? Do you see this? Do you see this path?
There's no way.
Let's see what the sign says. Please get away from the edge. No, that just says all pets must be on a leash. That's all it says. So. Please get away from the edge.
I'm not near it.
Damn it. It made sense when I was 13. It doesn't make any sense at all now.
So you don't want me to fall, huh?
Yeah, and thank you. Come away. Thank you. Come away from the edge. Thank you. Stand over there. Thank you. So anyway, this is where I was. If things had gone differently, I wouldn't be here today. And this is the spot. Whoop-de-doo.
What does it say down below?
It says, found here, Ford car keys. All right, now that's enough. just for fun, across the street from this open area are multi-bazillion-dollar homes. In case you're wondering, these are what multi-gazillion-dollar homes look like. And these aren't even the really big ones. There's others that are much bigger. So this is where we stayed. It's the final morning. This is the bed we slept on. This is the room that we stayed in Neil's house, and I'm whispering because it's early. So that's what it looked like. There's the bathroom. And the door out of here. Out of here. It's kind of dark, but we're just showing the living room anyway. Look, there's Neil being domesticated doing dishes. It's amazing. Anyway, he just got his new office furniture in. The new office furniture showed up yesterday, or day before yesterday. So I might as well show that, even though it's too dark in here to see. Hi, babe. Here's.
What are you doing? You don't need to sightsee.
Go back to Salt Lake. But the one thing I miss is we had one of these light poles outside of the house I grew up in, and we ran into it with our bikes a lot. And the sound that I've missed for years is more of a metal sound when you hit it with your bike, but yeah.
Did that hurt your knuckles?
That's the sound of your bike smacking in your head, smacking one of those poles.
And there's U-Haul trailer, van, and Miss Sherry in her car. And this is the wonderful model of home that we stayed in with Neil and Mary, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and unfortunately we have to head back for home. But we had a blast, guys. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. Anyway, love you guys, bye.
Alright, the problem is we're leaving, we're going back home. The problem is I've had this jingle stuck in my head forever, and here it comes, like this. I'm going to do it for you, sorry. So you think you'd like a hand in buying a Chevy today? Come on down to Discount Land, Cormier Chevrolet.
That's a little scary.
A little early, but there's Cormier Chevrolet. That song, damn god-awful jingle, has been stuck in my head since the 80s.
No, since we got
And you're the people that have been cursing me with that stupid thing. There's also Don Cott, Ford Country's #1 in Wilmington, but they're out of business now, so I don't have to worry about them. Alright, so we're on our way home. Hi, babe.
Hey, kitty.
We got the U-Haul thing fixed this morning.
Yes, we had a dead light bulb.
But they wouldn't believe us that it was a dead light bulb.
Yeah, of course. They don't want to understand that it's a woman that's trying to tell them.
Well, I said it too.
Yeah, but...
Oh, by the way, guess what?
It's Mark and Brian from KLOS.
See about the Rock Island Line is a mighty good road. Rock Island Line.
I mean, of course, we're listening to it.
Right. You guys know that song?
Hey, Danny.
That's where I'm from, the Rock Island Quad Cities.
Danny, you had Ozzy back there recording some promos, right? Was there any fun in that?
There's too many bleeps to play.
Well, play one with the bleeps after you get them bleeped.
Well, I mean, his story was you know, that bike story that Bob was telling you about?
Right.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, that's too good. We'd love to hear it with the bleeps. All right, we'll do business. When we come back, we're going to share with you dissension in the ranks, Aerosmith. Mm-hmm. It's now about to get ugly. We'll come back and give you details.
We're also going to find out about our producer Ted's vacation. He was gone all last week with his annual snow skiing trip in Vail, Colorado. Some adventures were had. We'll talk about that later. It's a Mark Brown radio program. 95.5 KLOS.
Did you know the state of California...
What's that? Got a little Mark and Brian on there for you. You just listen to Mark and Brian all the time. All right, and we're stuck in... Guess what? It's LA, so we're stuck in traffic. What a surprise. Didn't see it coming. Alright, we're just coming out of Vegas, just past the racetrack. So, babe.
Howdy, babe.
How's it going?
Doing okay.
So, what was your assessment of Los Angeles?
Well, since we really didn't get to the heart of Los Angeles.
Well, okay, Southern California.
Southern California.